Hey, what's going on everyone? And a big welcome on into the Magic Game World YouTube channel. So glad you could join us today. Alright, so today we're diving into something that's been on my mind, and I bet on a lot of yours too. Star Wars games. What happened? When are we going to feel that real magic again? Because I don't know about you, but back in the day, Star Wars games weren't just games. They were a core memory, a rite of passage. If you were a kid in the late 1990s, early 2000s, you know what I'm talking about. Remember Knights of the Old Republic? KOTOR, letting you forge your own damn Jedi or Sith destiny. Or Jedi Knight II, with lightsaber combat so good, it still gives me goosebumps thinking about it. These weren't just Star Wars branded products. They were groundbreaking, ambitious, stuffed with ideas that, frankly, still kick ass today. And don't even get me started on Republic Commando, a gritty, boots-on-the-ground tactical shooter with a story that actually had some teeth. Or the OG Battlefront 2, living out those epic ground and space battles. Unforgettable. These games weren't just leaning on the logo, they were killer games, period, built on rock-solid design. But then, the last decade happened. And let's be honest, it's been a bit of a roller coaster, mostly downhill with a few small bumps up. We've seen some high points. Jedi Fallen Order was a solid single-player action game, and Jedi Survivor took things a step further, adding more mechanics, better exploration, and a more refined combat system. But even those games, while good, didn't quite reach the legendary status of the older titles. They felt like modern, polished experiences, but without the same sense of freedom or consequence you'd find in a game like KOTOR. And hey, let's not forget about Star Wars The Old Republic, the big MMORPG. That thing is still kicking people. People are literally playing it and paying for it today. It was a massively ambitious attempt to bring that KOTOR-style storytelling into a persistent online universe. Was it a perfect KOTOR successor for everyone? Maybe not. And sure, it's showing its age a bit now. Some parts definitely feel a little outdated, but you know what? It was a nice try, a really bold one. And deep down, for a lot of folks, there's still a gem there if you want to dive into a huge, ongoing Star Wars story. And now we've got Star Wars Outlaws. When it was first revealed, it looked promising. An open-world Star Wars game set between The Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, with a brand new protagonist, Kay Vess, living the scoundrel life, stealing, sneaking, exploring the underworld. The trailers looked fantastic, the environments were stunning, and Ubisoft talked a big game about giving players a galaxy to explore. My hype levels? Through the roof. And then it launched. And the vibe? Well, it's a bit complicated. Visually, knocked it out of the park. The planets feel like Star Wars. The ships look like they flew right off the Lucasfilm lot. Sound design? Top tier. You can tell a mountain of love went into making this look and sound like Star Wars, but once you peel back that gorgeous wrapper, the cracks, they start to show. The gameplay? It's fine. Just fine. Serviceable, but it lacks that crunch, that impact. Stealth mechanics feel like they were designed in 2005, and don't even get me started on those get spotted and insta-fail missions. Ugh. Even the space combat, while pretty, is kind of shallow. And that big, ambitious open world starts feeling like a checklist of repetitive tasks pretty darn quick. You've got bounty levels, rep meters, a million vendors, but do they all feel meaningful? Not really. Now, Ubisoft is already tweaking, patching out some of the more frustrating stealth bits, making it a bit less punishing. That's good. But here's the rub. The core issue isn't just bugs or polish, it's that the game plays it too safe. It's trying to be a little bit of everything. A dash of action, a sprinkle of stealth, a pinch of RPG, but it never fully commits, so nothing truly sings. It's like a buffet where everything looks good, but nothing tastes amazing. Compare that to the old guard. KOTOR, your choices had weight, man. They changed worlds, your crew, the whole damn story. Jedi Knight? The lightsaber and force powers weren't just window dressing, they were the game. Heck, even LEGO Star Wars in all its blocky glory knew exactly what it was and nailed it. With Outlaws, it feels like the memo was, make it cinematic, make it accessible, and it is those things. It's a game that looks incredible in a trailer, but doesn't always feel incredible to play. And maybe, just maybe, that's the big hiccup with Star Wars games right now. There's so much pressure to get the aesthetic perfect to slot neatly into canon, to appeal to the widest possible audience, that sometimes the actual game design, the fun factor, the stuff we live for here at Magic Game World, takes a back seat. So the million credit question, and one we're constantly asking ourselves, is when are we getting another truly great Star Wars game? One that doesn't just coast on the IP, but stands shoulder to shoulder with the best gaming has to offer. The potential's still out there. Burning brighter than twin suns, this universe is dripping with stories. Fans are starving for a deep RPG, a killer tactical shooter, a game that genuinely explores uncharted territory. And with new studios getting their hands on the license, Respawn's shown they can deliver, Ubisoft could learn, and who knows who else is waiting in the wings. There's still hope, but it's going to take more than just jaw-dropping visuals and that iconic John Williams score. It's going to take bold design choices, a willingness to push the envelope, and maybe most crucially, the freedom to take some damn risks. Because, let's face it, Star Wars didn't become an icon by playing it safe, and neither did the games that made us fall head over heels in love with that galaxy far, far away. So what do you think, Magic Game World community? Are we doomed to mid-tier Star Wars adventures, or is there a new hope on the horizon? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Thanks for hanging out with me today. If you dug this, hit that like button, and if you haven't already, mash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you don't miss our next dive into the world of gaming. Until then, we'll keep dusting off those classics and keeping our fingers crossed that the next one finally brings the Force back to Star Wars gaming. May the Force be with you, and I'll catch you in the next Magic Game World video.